Hey, what's going on, guys? 1-4 here. I apologize for the gap in my uploads, but you know how it is, holiday season and whatnot, getting ready to go back to school here. So I have been a little bit preoccupied, but I wanted to bring you something today that is going to be sort of like the prelude to my helmet setup video. I'm still waiting on a few things, and so I really don't want to make like a full-on this is my helmet, check out my helmet video. I actually just wanted to showcase a couple of things. Number one being a product, number two being a sort of innovation that I came up with. I'm sure somebody else has thought of it, but I was able to manufacture it of my own mind, and so I will introduce it to you here in a moment. But what I want to start with first of all is this little doodad here on the back of my helmet. Now, for those who are familiar, this is a V-Lite, and what it is it's just kind of a personnel light. I'm noticing a lot of white is coming through the camera filter right now. This is actually red. It's a very deep red, much closer to that shade down there, but even more red. So for whatever reason, my camera is picking up a super white, reading from right here. It's not that white. Now, this is a replica that I picked up off of ebayairsoft.com. Now, I know there are a lot of people who really like EB Airsoft, but I had a very hard time with EB Airsoft when I ordered this, and the second half of my order is still in the mail. I'm waiting on a Manta strobe that will go on top of my helmet. I had a terrible time with EB Airsoft. It took them almost a month, about 3 weeks, just to process my order and ship it. Once it shipped, it got here in like 3 days. But nevertheless, 3 weeks for a V-Lite and a Manta strobe. I didn't order a whole seal kit from them. It's just 2 items. And I emailed them, and at first they were very, responsive. And then I wanted to cancel my order and just order this stuff from like JK Army or some other place. And suddenly, I don't speak English so well. I can't understand what you're saying. And so I have a very bad taste in my mouth from EB Airsoft. So, I'm not saying don't order from them. I know a lot of people have had no problems at all. I'm just saying approach with caution. But this is a replica of the S&S Precision V-Lite. These are really cheap. They're like $7.50 online. I have only used it one weekend, but it appears to be well constructed. I don't have a real V-Lite to compare it with, but nevertheless, it seems to do all right. Now, it has 2 settings. Obviously, it's off right now, so that doesn't count. But when it's turned on, we have constant on, and this is very good for like moving in low light situations in a stack or through a dark area with lots of cover, whether natural or artificial cover like a grove of trees or a warehouse. This is very good for keeping track of your teammates, and what's beneficial about it too is that this glow is not powerful enough to be seen definitely not in front, and only perhaps partially on the peripherals of the helmet. So much of the light is projected backwards, and if your enemy is behind you, you're screwed anyway. So it's good for keeping track of people in a stack or in a cluttered environment. Now, you've seen the first setting, constant on, and then there is a strobe. Now, in my mind, this is really, really good for a dead call. Really good for a dead call, because if you're in a low-light game and you're walking back to your spawn, the other team, all they see is like motion in the dark. So they're going to keep shooting you, and who wants to get shot in the ass or the back fat? So turn on this strobe, and it lets you know, red obviously communicates dead in airsoft, and so it lets everybody know, hey, I'm dead, I'm heading back to my spawn, please don't shoot me in the glutes. And then, of course, you just click it one more time and it turns off. I've tried it a couple times, like clicking it fast, and the circuit is responsive, and it's not like other electronics in airsoft that, like, if you like flashlights and stuff, where if you try to like click a thumb cap on some flashlights too fast, it kind of like freaks out and will stay on strobe or something like that, and that's no good. That's no good. This item is responsive, and I recommend it for anyone who needs either just to be a Gucci Geardo or to have an actual function to the thing, like a dead call, etc. Now, Second thing I want to show you today is on the side of my helmet. Now, as you can see, hopefully it's not too dark, I have a contour camera here. But I don't have the arc rail mount yet. I have a counterweight pouch and an arc rail mount for a Contour HD coming from Tactical Night Vision Company, but they're a little bit backed up, I think because of the holidays right now, and so it just hasn't arrived yet. What I did was I took some pile side Velcro, and it's really important that you buy real Velcro from like Walmart, the industrial strength Velcro, because the adhesive on the back is very good. And it sticks well to my arc rail, but it's not on so hard that it's going to like tear all the paint off when I take it. It sits nicely. Take some pile side Velcro. If you don't, now this is for if you don't want to spring for the helmet mount. This makes sense also because I have the leash here, the lanyard, so that on the odd chance that I smack my head on something, my contour camera will get knocked off, but I won't lose it. So put some pile side Velcro on the arc rail and make sure that you get it down in the grooves. Reason being is when you put the hook side Velcro on the side of your contour, this little lip right here, I just turned on my leveling laser, this little, not lip, but this really a contour, this contour here will fit perfectly inside of this arc rail slot, and that way it sits nice and flush with the side of your helmet. So that's a little piece of advice I have for guys who don't necessarily want the contour mount because they're afraid that they're going to smack their camera on something and they don't want to destroy either A, the mount, or B, their camera. So this allows for a sturdy setup that will keep the camera level. You won't get a lot of bouncing. All of the skirmish videos that I'm about to upload here in the next couple of days were taken with this setup. So I wish I would have thought of this before I went to Colorado, because when I went to Colorado I had my contour up here where my IFF patch was, and now is again, and it was just kind of on a weird angle. You can adjust the lens on a contour to get everything level, but I didn't like the way the silhouette looked because, you know, I'm really shallow. What can I say? I wanted to make one note. I forgot to mention one thing about the V-Lite. Now, coming back to the V-Lite here, I'm going to remove it from my helmet and to reveal black Velcro on the bottom. Now, it did not come with this black Velcro. It came with tan Velcro. The tan Velcro that came on this particular V-Lite was 0 out of 10, would not put on other Velcro again. Like, it was awful. Awful, awful Velcro. The adhesive did not hold. It peeled off almost immediately, and so what I did was I just put some hook side Velcro on the bottom of the V-Lite and just trimmed the fat with an X-Acto knife. So if you buy a V-Lite, I recommend you replace the Velcro. Now, I know people are going to come out of the woodwork and say, I got a V-Lite and the Velcro is great. Look, it's 2013. If you haven't figured out by now how inconsistent some of these Chinese products can be, then kill yourself. It's really like, it's always been hit or miss with the Chinese. There's some risk, but there's also some benefit in buying their products because of the price point. But many of the Chinese products that I have purchased were worth the money, but they required modification, being it this helmet that you see in front of you and numerous other items. Now, some people say, why are you complaining? This V-Lite was only like $750. My line of thinking is, if I paid any money for anything, period, it should reflect the price point. Now this thing, it's just a piece of rubber, some plastic housings, a circuit, a little bulb on the inside. You really couldn't throw me some quality Velcro. It was really like, it was getting that expensive. I'm rambling. I digress. This is the V-Lite for you guys, and then my little contour innovation there. If everything has been beneficial, I'm glad. If not, don't know what to tell you. But I hope all of you subscribe. Please leave comments. Shoot me a PM if you have any particular questions or concerns, or email me at tacapguru@gmail.com. Take it easy, guys. See you around.